The Nordiques go with Hunter, Goulet, and Kumpel, who was injured and sat out the last two periods of Sunday. Now we got a battle, Pat Price and Rick Tocchet.
That was right off the face-off. They're just pushing and shoving at one another. Price, the defenseman, was standing back off Tocchet. Now they got their gloves off and getting a couple of jabs in early. The linesmen are kind of standing back away now, letting the two of them just maybe work this thing out a little bit themselves if they could. Once they go to the ice or they realize there's not going to be much more happening, you'll have the linesmen move in rather quickly.
Well, I think that answered the question I talked to you before the game started, Eddie, whether we were going to have a more aggressive game.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're right. In fact, Tocchet's catching Price with a couple of straight right hands over the top now, but no damage done. But I think you're going to see a physical style game here tonight. That tires you out too, doesn't it?
Boy, I'll say it certainly does. Pat Price, the veteran, and Rick Tocchet, the rookie, will be getting major penalties.
We have just 30 seconds played with no score. First period, Flyers and Nordiques.
Well, this is where the power play really can help you into the game early. His man is doing a lot of talking. He's heading towards the Nordique penalty box. He'll pick up a 2-minute minor, I think, for cross-checking, as he got his stick up in the back of the head of Ronnie Sutter. Was going in there, just got the stick up and just hit him on the back of the helmet, knocking the player to the ice. So as a result, the Flyers are going to have their first power play opportunity. Time of that penalty is 1 minute and 5 seconds into the first period.
Point. Throwing over his man Craven, who blocks the pass and then fails to get it out and get it up on the near side to Carson. At the red line, Carson is cut off. And the Nordiques are checking very well now. And they've got Carson and Wolf Paymont going at it.
They're trying to get some good positioning. Will Paymont pulling Carson and throwing him around like a rag doll, but no punches have been thrown. It all started with Paymont holding Carson up at the blue line, with Carson trying to get free. They both threw punches at each other, then decided to drop the gloves and go at it. So it was more of a wrestling match, and this will come at 10-10 of this opening period, and they'll more likely get majors.
We're going to get a stoppage of play. And on the trailer, it looks like Gillis and Dougie Crossman.
Well, again, that was in behind the play when this altercation started. The play was already going up ice as both players are down on the ice, kind of thrashing around with the linesman trying to separate them, and the referee just standing off to the side, keeping all the players back into the neutral zone. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first period. The Flyers lead 1-0 on Davey Poulin's shorthanded goal that got the battlers apart. Crossman was the Philadelphia Flyer, was involved along with
Paul Gillis. And each received 7 minutes, a minor for high sticking and majors for fighting.
Right off the face-off, again, we got Hunter and Ronnie Sutter going at one another. And we've got some more penalties coming up here. That was even before the puck was dropped.
Maxwell through on a Karen pass. Quick shot by Gillis, but offside. The Nordiques, and we're going to have a penalty. And it's a slash against somebody.
Doug Crossman's going to pick up the 2-minute slashing minor. Now Patterson wants a piece of Gillis as well as Brent Ashton. And he might get a piece of that Gillis. In fact, he is. As they both came in there very, very quickly, Doug Crossman slashed it. Brent Ashton, as Ashton took him out along the boards when the puck was trying to be shot out by Philadelphia. And then Gillis and Ashton both came after Crossman. That's when Patterson went after Gillis and ended up on top of him.
Patterson's going after Gillis again, as we've only got the one linesman over there, and we've got 3 of the Nordiques and 2 of the Flyers.
Swing hits Goulet in the skate. He picks it up through. 3-on-2 on the offload. Offside to his Kumpel. And we got a trouble over here between Goulet and then Rich Sutter, who's hit by Marois.
Well, actually, it was been between Goulet and Rich Sutter. And then Marois entered the picture and got a stick up right at the blue line.
Ron Sutter in for a drive. And again, Gosselin on the short side high was equal. Good check and Hunter's going to go off. That was an obvious penalty as he ran into Ron Sutter from behind. He threw his stick up in the air and had...
There's more to come. There'll be more penalties than one. He's got 4 minutes already. He got 2 for boarding. Then with that little act with the stick up in the air, we'll get a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. Start scoring the power play goals, so that can really take away the aggressiveness of the opposition. When Hunter's boarded Brian Propp, then we got called on that play. That's when he got upset and threw the stick up in the air.
Dale Hunter in the penalty box picks up a double minor, so the Flyers are going to have another 2 power play opportunities here. Time of the penalty was 13 minutes and 7 seconds of the second period. The Flyers are leading 2-0 on a second period goal by Murray Craven, his first to the playoffs. Power plays are important, but you got to make them work. Up and shove it, and all of a sudden the stick got up. In fact, it was the Quebec player's stick that actually, Sutter along the boards got a stick up, and it hit Stosny, and that's where the cut that Stosny received occurred. Minute 38 here in the second period. Flyers are leading 2-0.
Now they have man out with Cote and Hunter against Carson, Rich Sutter, and Ron Sutter. And right now Leon Stickle's telling Ron or Hunter just where he wants him, and he'll take no nonsense. And look out for a little trouble between Ron Sutter and Dale Hunter. And immediately the other linesman comes over, Ron Finn, and Bob Myers says, look, get him out of there. We understand we've been experiencing back in Philadelphia some video and audio breakup, and we apologize for that problem, and we're attempting to work it out at our earliest possible convenience. And right now, Bob Myers said, look, cut out the nonsense. And I think Leon Stickle is going to have Cote come in now with Lindsey Carson. But now Hunter comes to the near side against Rich Sutter. So we have a lot of volatile situations in this game. The puck at center ice. Ron Sutter tries to poke it away, but it comes to Hunter.
Gene Mann tried to spear Sutter right off the face-off.
There he goes and lifts it in on Lindbergh. McCrimmon around to the near side, out to Rich Sutter. Rich Sutter's garroted there by... Well, Mann knocks down Ron Sutter as McCrimmon wraps it up on the far side, and it trickles through past Marois, or make that Moeller, as there goes Rich Sutter behind the net. Looks to center, kicks it out to the near side to Ron Sutter. Then on the near boards, Cote bucks Rich Sutter, and we get a stoppage of play. And if somebody on the other side cuts loose, we're going to have a war with 1:07 remaining in the second period.
I couldn't agree more. Something's going to happen here. Now all the players are jamming and pushing and shoving along here. Tempers are up. And I'm sure Quebec's upset over Stosny being cut, but that's part of the game. You still got to play. This is a playoff game. And the Nordiques right now are losing their cool in their own building. The Flyers are ahead 2-0, 1:07 remaining. And they're doing a lot of pushing and shoving and talking, but not much else, as the Flyers have held the Nordiques to only 12 shots and are ahead of the scoreboard as well, 2-0.
Well, Ron Sutter's going to go off, and Dale Hunter, and Ron Sutter said, what did I do? But I think Bob Myers is trying to cool a very difficult situation.
Hunter just really took in Rich Sutter into the boards.
With the elbow.
Where it started, he got the elbow up, the stick up, and then Carson came in and took a hold of Hunter. And then along the boards is where Ronnie Sutter and Hunter got back into it again. It started in the corner with a good stiff body check, and then boy, oh boy, Carson comes in. About the aggressive play as far as the the Nordiques and the Flyers. Well, boy, oh boy, Ronnie Sutter went right after Mann just inside the blue line. Got the stick up a little bit, but Mann much
goes to Sauvé. He's got a shot from the left circle, and he can cannon. Good kick save. Knocked down at the side of the net.
That's a hand pass. That's a hand pass. You got it right. That's a hand pass. They passed the puck with their hand from behind the net. And thinks the guy took the shot. That's a hand pass, and Bob Myers is not even calling it.
Get a chance to look at the replay. The puck is up in the air.
There's
it's in behind this place right there.
A hand pass. He catches it right there, and he won't call it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe he won't call that hand pass. Unbelievable.
Moeller flips in. Deathly quiet here. Howe around to the far side, wheels it up in his own left wing, and the Flyers dump it to center ice. And we got a fight in the corner. Who is it? Hunter again, and Hunter is hit by McCrimmon as Zezel was in. And we're going to have some more penalties, Eddie.
You've got Hunter just stirring the pot out here. The time clock's winding down, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It started back in the corner when Howe went back to pick up that loose puck, and Hunter got his stick way up in the air, knocking Howe down to the ice, and all of a sudden Zezel come into the picture.
He can't handle it. Flyers take it. Howe, a little tough to himself. Zezel picks it off. Boom! He runs right over Hunter and knocks out 2 panes of glass, and mark one up for Peter Zezel.
Well, they just had that double minor together, Hunter and Zezel, and Hunter was going in there looking to take the body, but Hunter was going in to take Zezel all the way, but Zezel was peeking. He could see him coming, and he braced himself, and boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, there's 2 locomotives that are going to bump. Hunter was actually upside down coming down to the ice on his head, and his skate got up and caught the glass, and all of a sudden the glass just exploded. But boy, I'll tell you, there was quite a collision. You got two boys with 195 pounds each, and they bumped, and the glass went.
Mr. Van Imp, would you consider that the perfect cherry on the top of the winning Sunday tonight?
It was a good body check right in behind the net. They both were looking for each other. They both were aware they're going to collide. Neither backed off, and boy, I'll tell you, Hunter went up and over and down on the top of his head.
I'll tell you one thing, he'll be there on Thursday, though, number 32. He's a good competitor. Dale Hunter again, knowing the inevitable, sitting there waiting for the repairs to the glass. And then maybe the cruncher, two of them, on a power play for the Nordiques. The big goal scorer, Goulet, fanned on a shot 10 feet in front. And then while the teams were playing 4 skaters each, with Mr. Hunter and Ron Sutter in the penalty box, with just 21 seconds remaining in the second period, Sinisalo a wrister from the left circle for his fourth, Zezel the assist. And then on it, Bobby Taylor went berserk up here on what appeared to be a hand pass from behind the net, clearly by Lane Lemieux, to J.F. Sauvé in front. He scored a power play goal at 4:51, his fourth from Lemieux and Wilf Paymont. Nordiques started a little rush after that. The Flyers tightened up, and then Patterson is steal just inside the Quebec blue line, broke in and backhanded it over Gosselin's right shoulder for the insurance goal.
Gee, you got to be impressed with the Flyers coming in here, that he started the game without Timmy Kerr. They lost Davey Poulin.
Final score 4-2 as we go back to Steve Coates.